Okay, I'm recording us.
No pressure there.
No, it's just for us, and maybe I'll
Yeah.
post it for people to learn.
Okay. So I think I got that done. Okay. So I spent my LPs. I have all my HQs. And then they put offensive supply on my core HQs. And let's go with that then. Okay. So then we got to go back to the charts on page 33 was the sequence of play.
So
So this is
all units adjacent, you don't have to put them in. Your units don't put them in OP yet. Don't mark them.
no. I just did the like he did. He did the HQs, but I didn't mark any of the units yet
Correct. We'll do that when
after
you
movement.
exactly. So
Yeah. Plus, then we have to check and make sure that the HQ is still in offensive supply because, like that one, he took it off offensive supply because he moved it too far.
exactly.
So, so we'll be able to check him after we do all the movement. Okay.
So let's go to the sequence of play. Um,
Okay. So then it's
so we did both players determine supply in isolation. You did your general supply and offensive supply.
yep.
Next thing, phase in player conducts administration activity, including distributing of offensive supply. You did that. Production, reinforcements. Do you have any reinforcements coming in?
Let me check here. So this is stab in the back. Logistics. Um,
Production, by the way, is I believe it's building units, but you don't have. I don't think you have any. We'll call it replacement points. I don't think you have any yet.
I'm just scrolling through here real quick. And stab in the back, I don't think there is any. I don't think there's any unless we lose them, right?
Yes,
Like
you can.
I think I'm wondering as a scenario if this starts you with everything you get. And we could just play it that way this time and not worry about production and just get the ground combat because we're not playing to win or lose here. We're just playing to get some mechanics down, right?
Correct.
So,
All right. So
okay, so no production right now.
then next thing is both players conduct balance of aircraft losses and replacement in both. We're not going to do that. We didn't
We
lose
don't
any.
have any. We
Correct.
haven't lost any yet. So.
Now we're in the movement phase. So fly and resolve airbase attack missions. So if you want to send out your planes to bombard my air bases where my airplanes are, you can do that now.
And
Phase and
we do
player,
that.
phase and
Okay, go
player
ahead.
first will designate. So we have that. We have move naval. We have no naval here that we're playing with.
Okay, so we'll have to decide on which sequence of play we want to use because in the old one, in the movement phase, the non-phasing player flies airbase attacks, operational, strategic, and naval cooperation missions. Then the phasing player moves ground units, naval task force, and air units, including interception of non-phasing players' air missions.
So why don't we stay with the Blitzkrieg one since it was built for Blitzkrieg?
Okay,
Let's do that.
so
So
so if we go back to that, we did both players determine supply and isolation status of their units. We'll just have to remember that during that initial phase is when you do all the general supply and stuff. So then for movement, it says the non-phasing player flies airbase attack. Well, that doesn't make sense though, because the Poles were totally asleep when the Germans attacked all their air bases.
I don't have many planes to do any air attacks on an airbase, so I'm not going to be flying any airbase attacks. I'm going to leave mine for CAS.
Okay.
So then the phasing player moves ground units, naval task force, and air units.
Now this is where I have to spend LP for activate the air too, right? Is it a third to activate?
No, because you're still in your location. You're in Continental.
Oh, was that because we were doing North Africa? We had to spend a third of an LP to activate air.
Correct, because we were in oversea.
Ah, yeah,
Oversea,
okay.
you do.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to unlearn some of the overseas. Okay, so now I would do designate all my air attacks and move all my ground forces.
Yes. So what you'll do is air base attacks. Drop your planes on the air base or where my planes are. You know what I can do? Let me let me move my planes so where you can see them. To help you. The only reason why I left my LP out is so I know where they are.
Yeah, is this right? Also, do like ground support or anything, or no?
So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna first thing is you do your planes on the air bases to do
Okay,
attacks, and then
okay,
you all just leave it there, and then you'll move your units um, into position for attack. We'll resolve the air base attacks first, right? And then before you make your attacks on your ground assault, you will then bring in your CAS, and I will try to interdict them as well.
okay.
So you're coming after. Let's start with this airbase first, right here. Correct?
Well, I'm looking at what I want to send. I don't have a lot of air up there in the north, so
Because I can interdict you.
the bottom right is the range, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I would probably send. Oh, we'll send those three there.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I got some air down here that can attack. And that's a big city, so I can fly 6. So out of there, I'll send all 6 of these wings or squadrons. I can't remember.
I believe they're wings, and then when they flip over, they're
Oops.
squadron.
So I can fly 6 out of there because they're coming out of that city.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they all have range to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these all had range to get there.
Which I'm gonna be. My guys are intercepting you.
Now I would assume it doesn't do me any good to send bombers after bombers, does it? Like I got all these guys down here.
Well, if you can get to my airbase over here,
All right, so
you can
oh,
you can go there.
they can go to here.
So the way it works, so you know in the system, you trace a path, and you get one dog leg left or right. So let's just take these units down here, for instance, right?
Yep.
You can say my path is this way, and the reason why I say that is the path you choose, there might be AA guns there, and then you
Oh,
do your dog leg right to your destination. Also, I get to intercept you with my planes on this route. Whatever fighters I have within reach, within range can intercept you. There's midway interception, and there's one at the target.
Okay. So these guys down here are going to do this, and they're going to fly this route. And then I got to go one more. And then they're going to fly
Up.
their dog leg up this way.
Okay. So I didn't have any AA that can reach or hit it, and you went that way. And I didn't have any interceptors that can
Okay.
do anything.
These guys here that I already moved, they were down here.
Mm-hmm.
They will go. They'll go this route to there.
Okay.
And then the guys that were up here, they'll just go to there.
Okay.
And I forgot where these guys were.
That is, I'm just trying to see. A large town, fort. Okay, we can resolve this.
Okay. So do I move my ground now or just my air?
Let's solve these first, and then you can move your ground.
Okay.
All right, we'll start with this one up here.
Okay.
So my fighter is, I'm going to take my fighter out. It's going to be dead when I finish, but I'm just going to take him up to the side.
Okay.
Now it's simultaneous, so you know.
Yep.
Now I can go after your bombers. If I do that, it will be a negative against me, which I'm not. You have fighters in there, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
I got two fighters and one bomber.
All right, let's take out the chart. So I have a 3 firepower, and I have a 3 for defense. You have an 8 and a 6. So the way it works is my 3 to your 6 is a -3 against me when I'm firing at you. So let's get out the charts. Air to air. Air to air chart. Oh, it's all the way in the beginning.
Yep.
It's, yeah, page 3. All right, so I'm at -3.
Yep.
Let's see the modifiers.
It's only based on quantity, isn't it?
So it's 1 fighter versus many bombers, which I'm not doing that. 1 fighter versus many fighters. So you're 2 to 1 against me. So I have a +1 DRM. You have 2 fighters.
Yeah, I get the +1. You don't get a +1, right?
No, I get it. It's yes, you get the +1. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot
And
low.
then
Low is good.
that's the ratio modifier, and then the DRM. No, high is good.
No, high is
You
good.
wanna-
Yeah, so you're going to get the +1 on your roll.
And then I get a +1 for being the stronger side.
So
So I'd have a +2 total.
So let's see how this goes again. I have 1 fighter versus many fighters. You have the many. So I'm going to get a negative in favor of the strongest side.
No, it's a +1, -1 in favor of the stronger side. So
Oh, I see what it is. The ratio is 2 to 1. You're 2 to 1 to me, right?
that's a plus. Yep, so that's a +1. And then the stronger side gets a +1. The smaller side gets a -1.
Correct.
So I have a +2 to your -1.
Yes, when I roll, I'm going to have a -1 onto my roll. So let's do that first. Let's look at, there is a CEV, or it's an ACV. I forgot what they call it. Here we go. An air CEV. We are Poland.
What page are you on the charts?
Page 9.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So
We're
Poland.
we're a 2, but you're also 2, so it's a wash.
Okay.
All right, so let's just stick with -1 to my roll. Where's the dice? Here it is. A 5, which becomes a 4.
Which is a no effect under the -3 column.
No effect. Roll for you. You get a +2 to your roll.
Yeah, because it's my 8 against your.
Oh yeah, so
But
you have an 8. I have a
against your
3.
3.
So you're a +5.
So that's a +5 column with a +2.
Yes.
So that's a 7, which is
9.
a 1. No, it was a 7 total.
Oh, 7 total.
I rolled a 5. 5 plus 2, so that's a 1.
So it's
So
a 1.
air unit loss. So you lose 1 step.
So I flip it. So I'm now a squadron.
Okay.
And
Now do you have to put a squadron?
no, I just flip it to the
Yeah,
other
but what
side.
about losses? Don't you put a squadron in the losses or no?
No, I note it down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
So that is that. So they're complete. Now you're coming in with your bombers. I mean, you're a dive bomber.
Yeah.
And do I have anything to give AA back at you? No.
So that engineer guy there, that construction engineer, he doesn't have any kind of AA value.
I don't believe he does. We can look at the chart. There's a character chart that will tell us if it does. I don't think it does. So on page 13,
Boy, how do you find these so fast?
I got used to, well, I slide them through, but
You're fast at that. I'm like looking around. You're like, okay, so yeah, engineer. I don't even see him on there.
no, it would be on the infantry. I think engineer would be considered infantry. UC on what that means is
And have
something
that little
counter.
number.
UC means C unit counter. Okay, so it would have to have a little number on there.
Yeah, inside the box or whatever.
Correct. So it does not. Like your unit over here has it.
Yeah.
It has a 1.
Yep.
So he doesn't have any. So there's no AA fire back at you. So the way this works, if I'm not, you take the 5, and for every 3 points, you take away 1 from an air base. We need to look that up.
But you don't have an air base there, do you? You just had that based in a small.
I have a town there, right?
Yep, that is a large town.
Let's look at large town. Let me find a chart that tells me how many units, how many planes I can put in there.
In a large town, you can have 1 unit full strength. So when he wasn't flipped over, you could have him in there, 1 guy.
Correct.
I just remember that because I have them all over Germany.
But you can you can destroy it. I just want to.
You can do damage to that for the airbase capacity. Is that the deal?
That's correct, and I would have to fly somewhere else.
Okay.
So let's look at this.
So does that town have an AA factor?
It might. If you go into the charts, there's a section for AA. See if you find that.
I'm looking for it.
While you do that, I just want to look at something for
Okay, I'll look for.
when you bomb.
Okay. I want to figure this game out, Clay.
Air combat, ground combat. Which one was it again? I think it was under 32.
Oh, I found construction engineers. They have it. It does list them. They have no AA ability. It was just the chart is actually 2 pages long, just so you know.
Okay, so I'm looking in the rule book for the Blitzkrieg on page 33. I'll tell you that this is for your airbase thing. Air bases. For every 3 bombing factors, you delivered 5. Delivered to the hex. 1 hit is inflicted on that air base.
Okay.
So you deliver 5. You so that air base would be non-functional. Now I can build it back up when I get my engineers in there, which I do have one, but that won't be until the next turn. So right now I have to fly my plane somewhere else. Now you were looking to see on the AA.
Yeah, I would think whatever that was, a large town or something. I would think that would have some kind of AA capacity.
Where is that? Okay, here we go. So on page 24, national technical means. So we do have AA capacity. Well, Germany does +1. Let's see, UK, minor
Wait,
nations.
is this in the rule or is it the charts?
I'm looking at the charts.
On page 24?
Yes, page 24.
Uh,
Nothing for.
are you on the Blitzkrieg charts?
Yes,
I don't see that.
you don't see
Oh, the national technical means AA. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, what would Poland be on the Free Allied? You have United Kingdoms,
I
USA, Germany. I would think Free Allied, right? Correct?
I would think so, yeah.
So it's a +1. But we don't have any. That's just a dice modifier.
Yeah,
So
I
we
I
don't
haven't
have
seen
any.
any.
Mm-mm. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any. So you went in, no problem. You dropped your bomb load. You put that out of commission.
What's ASE again?
ASE.
Yeah,
What do you see that ASE?
under city types, it has good, poor, severe, DRM, and ASE, and then it has
Oh, ASE is armor, something something.
shock.
Shock, yes, that's it. Armor
Okay,
shock something.
okay, just making sure that wasn't like an AA thing. Gosh, you can't tell me there wouldn't be an AA value with your town, though, would there? Just seems like there would.
Oh, we can make custom markers. Just want to see something before I make a custom marker.
Okay.
Here we go, hits. That's what I want. All right, you can fly those back to your base.
Okay. All right. So,
Hold on, I got a guy underneath you.
oh, I'll put them back there.
So I have air base 2. So you bombed this air base. I actually had an air base there.
Oh, you did have one there? I didn't see it there.
So the air base, I believe, has AA capability. So the way this works, you drop. Let's start here. You drop 5 bombing factors down. Out of the 5, 3, you take 3 away from the 5, that's a hit. Gave me 1. You have 2 left. That 2 is a percentage. It represents, I forgot how he does it. Because you're going to have to roll the dice and see if you get another hit with the balance of that. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
And
not just
it's is that 75%?
no. 2 out of 3 is 66.66.
Yes, so 66%. So you got to do 66% or less. So roll the 2.
So I got a 45.
So you hit again. That's what it is. So that's how it works. So I'm going to bring this up. So I can still fly a plane out of there because I have a 3. Now it's down to, I'm going to fix that.
I think you can right click right on the airbase and change it to the total hits.
Of course it's going up. Oh my God. What a pain.
I think if you do alt left, it'll go down. Hit the alt and left arrow, it'll go down, I think.
Alt and left?
Yeah.
Let me get out of here for a minute. Alt left.
Oh, you can only go down to 3?
Oh yeah? I have to change it out. Okay. I'll change out the marker.
Oh, is there what? Airbase, airstrips? Yeah. And you got to change it to an airstrip or something?
No, you can have an airbase at 1. It's still an airbase. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at 3, and I'm just going to put the 2 hit marker on top of it.
Okay. Let's see what that does.
Let me smooth this out. We only know. Okay. All right, let's go down this one. Now that we know how to do these, we'll go down here.
Okay.
Let me take my plane out. So my fighter is a 2 firepower.
Mine are all 6s for defense.
I will go after your ME-110.
Okay.
So it's going to be a -4.
And you'll be at a -1 because you're outnumbered.
I'll be a -1 because I'm outnumbered.
And it's 3 to 1, which is a +2, I think.
Correct. Let's go here.
Yep, 3 to 1 is a +2. So is that automatically a -2, or is it just a +2 to me though?
It's just a -1 and a +1 to you. You get a plus.
I'll get a +3.
You get a +3, yes, altogether. All right, I'm gonna roll. So it's
So you're on the -4 column with a -1.
Nope, it's a miss. I rolled a 4. -1 is a 3, so that's a miss.
Okay, your defense is a 3.
Is a 3?
And if I go after you with my MV-109s, they're 8s, so it's the +5 column with a +3. So that's going to be a 10, which is a 2R. And an R is return to base, no combat loss, 0.25 mission payload dropped. So
well, you have more than one fighter going after me, yes?
Do I roll for each one?
I believe you do. It
And
can't.
then
It can't be just you have like 7 fighters. Let's just say you only fire one of them at me.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So I would do the same thing with the other ME-109.
Absolutely.
It'd be on the +5 column.
Absolutely. So one's a hit already, right?
It's 2 hits.
So he's
and
dead.
then And then the other one will be another hit, so he's gone. Or he was already gone with 2 hits, so.
He was gone. So what we're gonna do is,
So then my other ME1, my ME110 and my ME109 that didn't fight you could go and attack the airbase, right?
yeah, but
They have a they have a they have a 1-0.
you have to say if they're fighters or not fighters. That's why.
Oh, okay. Before you roll.
Yes, you got to say who's in fighter position, who's not.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember if we had a what do you call it again? Elimination side? Elimination chart?
No.
All right, because once I delete it, then it's deleted. It doesn't go.
No. Oh no. Yeah, undo it and then.
I didn't. I didn't delete it yet. It's still here.
Let's see. Where is that? It's under.
Eliminated units.
Yeah, go under combat and then go eliminated.
Combat. Eliminated.
Yeah, and then if you go to units,
Unit
up top.
list. Unit list. Correct.
Yeah, unit list.
Got it. There it
Is
is.
that it?
I found it. Yes, I found it. Okay. So, you are now coming in with your bombers. You have
15.
15. So it's going to kill off that airbase. It's going to be done. Okay. So you can send your guys back. What I need to read up on is, I'm going to put this there for now, but I got to find out, is it completely destroyed where I have to build it from scratch? So I just got to find that out. The next attack will be here with your air.
Okay.
So
now, so this is where we would just designate if I'm going to go after your fighters, or do I just try to get through and bomb you, or what?
So my bombers are still on the tar map. I don't have any fighters there. You have bombers. You have to say who's bombers, who's fighters.
Well, they're all bombers.
I mean, who is attacking as a fighter, who's attacking as a bomber. So when you set your mission up, you have to set that in place.
Okay, well they'll all bomb the air base value.
So you're coming in as all bombers, right?
Yep.
My guys, like I said, were on the tar map. They weren't acting as interceptors.
And this is in Warsaw, right? We're doing Warsaw right here.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you have 2, 5, 7. So you have 7 bombing factors going down. For every 3, like we talked about, is 1 off of them. Now, we are in a great city, so we have to see how big the capacity is.
For wings or squadrons,
For wings.
it's 6
For a great
for
city?
a great city. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 6. So you, like I said, came in with 7, right? So you did 2 capacity off of my 6. So I have 4 capacity, but you still have
1/3, so a 33% chance. And I rolled an 18, so that'll be a 3rd hit then.
So we have 3. So I have only 3 is allowed to be in there, or take off.
Fly from there. Yeah, do missions.
Okay, so let me put a 3 marker on there, and you can send those guys back.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember where those guys came from. Hold on, let me look.
While you're doing that, I have to move these guys. I'm missing my hit marker. Oh, there it is. And why is this color? I'm going to eliminate this and get a new one. Airbase.
We got to figure out how to assign guys to air bases because I don't remember where these guys are from.
It's paper. When I play this on my table, by the way, I use number cubes or this round thing that I place it from the airbase, and I place it on top of the air unit, so I know 2, and I look back to where it flew, and I put a number 2 at that airbase, and that way I know, oh, it goes back there.
Yeah, I want to figure out there's a way to do it inside this module though. So then you just click send back to airbase. I'm going to try it. So let's see.
I think the only way that happens if you put in the airbase card.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm thinking. Because how would it know where to go back to? If it was inside an airbase card, then it might go right back. But if it's just sitting on the map, how would it know to go back to that airbase, that specific airbase? What we can do is we can make up counters. It allows us to do that, and we can give counters numbers. And so you can make 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, and so on and so forth, and then put the 1 1 on the airbase, and then put the other 1 1 on top of the air units.
Yeah, no, I'll figure out a shortcut for in the future. I was just trying to figure out how to do it in it. Let's see.
So let me move these guys out of the way.
Find my city capacity again.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to bomb. I have to fire at you. I had AA in there.
Okay.
Actually, I had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 AA, and Warsaw has AA capacity, I believe.
Oh yeah, you had a lot of A in there. I guess I just get the +1. I could have swore. Let me look at the rules. I think great cities have AA capacity. Let's see here. AA 56. Okay, organic AA. Cities have an assigned AA strength as noted in the National Organic AA chart. That's what I was trying to find. A National Organic AA chart.
National Organic AA chart. I found it, page 44. I knew it was something. But that's for September 1941 to September. Oh, here we go. Page 43.
Yeah, so minor allied would be, that's a great city. You'd have a 2, right?
I'll have a 2. Yeah, so I have a 2. I have 4 on the map. So that's 6. And I get a +1 to my roll for my national, I forgot what they called it again.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That one thing we found.
Correct. So let me put all this over here. That has to go back. Okay, so let's get back to the charts for a minute. For the AA chart. Here we go. So I said we have 6. Am I correct? So we're at the 5 to 8 table, but there is some AA dice modifiers. The air units. What's your air unit type that are flying in? A D.
They're all B.
B, and this is operational. So I get a +1 for that.
What page are you on?
Oh, page 4.
Okay.
So I get a +1 to my dice for that. I get a +1 for my national. So I have a +2 to my dice roll. We're in the 5 to 8 table, column, I should say. So let me roll with a +2. I rolled an 8 with 2 is a 10. That's a good one.
So return to base, no combat loss, 0.75 times mission payload dropped. All factors dropped or dispersed for strategic missions.
So how many did you really have? We have to times 75.
So it was the 257. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. What was it altogether?
7. So only 1.75 would get through.
So 7 times 0.75 is
Oh, no.
5.25 gets through.
No, that's how many abort or drop. Return to base, no combat loss, 0.75 times mission payload dropped. So
Yes.
75.
75%.
So 75% drop. Oh, dropped. I thought it meant like they didn't get, like it got discarded.
So you drop
Okay.
down. So you drop down
Okay.
5.25 drop down minus 3. So you have 2.25 is the, so you already did one hit so far plus 2.25, and we have to find out what is that ratio to 3. So 2.25 divided by 3. So that's about 75%. So 75%, roll again.
Yeah, I rolled an 18. So
Yeah, you rolled an 18, so you did 2 hits on that thing. So that's what
Okay.
it was.
2 instead of 3, and then they can return back to base, right?
Correct. Oh, this thing drives me. It's control left, you said? Or is it all?
What were you trying to do?
I'm trying to do the shift. I'm trying to, my hit marker.
Oh, that's alt. That's alt up. So do alt down arrow. They only give one. Like if you look on the shortcut, it says alt up. So you just have to do the opposite, and then it works. But they don't say that anywhere. it's kind of crazy, but and then you should be able to change the label if you want to put notes on it. Right click on it. You could put airbase hits on that marker or something if you wanted.
And there we go. And this goes on top. Okay.
All right, then we got this one down here.
All right, my guys are on. Oh, you hit the air base, so my guys are going to take a hit, by the way. Shit, that's right. The guys on the tarmac, those bombers?
Yeah, the planes on the ground.
Yes. I forgot how many take a hit. Let me go back to, I think it's page 32. Yeah, page 32 tells me.
Of the rules?
Yes. So if you go to page 32.
Yep, I'm on there.
It's page 33, actually. You see number 5, go down to C, airbase.
Yep.
Each hit achieves against an airbase reduces the capacity of the airbase by 1. Additionally, if there are air units at the airbase, that is, damage 1 air unit on the airbase per hit inflicted. Wow. So I got to take
3 random hits.
2. You did 2 damage. Yes.
Oh, yeah, 2. And it's random.
Yeah, but they're all the same, I believe.
Nope, you got 2 kinds there.
Oh, yeah, they do. All right.
I just do like a 6 or less. It's one of those to the left, and a 7, 8, 9. It's the guy on the right or something.
Here's what I'll do. 1, 3, 6, 9. So 3, 6, 9.
Yep.
All right. First roll is a 10. That's the last one over here. No, it can't
Nope,
be. It doesn't
that's
count.
nobody. That doesn't count. Yeah.
7, 3.
So that's the last guy.
6, 9. So this guy takes a hit, and it doesn't matter for the other one. So I'll just flip over the other one. There we go. That was brutal. Okay, now we're done there.
Okay, so the last one we have there, that is a small city. Does that have AA then over here? I don't think small cities did. I think it was great cities and large cities and ports.
Let's go to the national thing.
Yeah. Great city, major city, naval dockyard, shipyard, oil production. Nothing else has it. So.
Okay, so I don't have any.
All right. Okay, so then you got. So that has an airbase capacity of 3 there. I might as well try to bomb because for every hit I get on the airbase, I get a hit on the guy on the ground.
Absolutely. So it's
all right. So I have 6, 2, 4, 6. They're all the same. So that's 2 hits.
2 hits. So the guy is dead.
Now are they? So just asking to make sure. The hits are automatic. I don't have to roll when you're bombing. It's just for every factor of 3.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
So that unit is eliminated. I'll put a hit marker down. And you did 2, you said?
Yeah.
And you can send your guys back.
It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes already, dude.
I know. Well, we're just trying to figure out, like, get all the kinks out. Because once you get into the groove, it goes quick.
I'm just talking about how time flies. I don't care how long it takes. I can't believe it's been over 2 hours already.
So that's the air. Let me zoom out. So people watching this, maybe I'll put it on YouTube. So now you can do your movement. We did air base attacks. There's nothing I needed to do for an air base attack. You checked your supply for you guys to be in general supply, so everyone's in general supply. You gave your core offensive supply.
Yep. So I know who will have it as long as they stay within MSR.
Correct. So move you guys across the border or up to the border and start setting up where you're going to make your attacks. And what you can do is use the marker section, and I think there is... Didn't we have a combat marker that we found?
Yeah.
A battle marker?
Yeah, I'll get to that once I get everything moved. Or I'll do them as I move them, I guess. We'll see. But for the terrain effects, I use the part under going, right? For the movement points, because you have going, combat modifier. Oh, no, movement point cost is a third one. Okay. I see it now. Okay. Because I'm going to have to... I don't know any of the movement rules for this yet, so I'm going to have to learn that. Okay, so let me start thinking of my attacks here.
Before you move anything,
Yeah.
you haven't moved anything, yes?
Nope.
Okay, I'm just going to hit the move button. Okay. You're good.
Okay. All right.
So, I'm talking to people who are going to be watching this video, Steve.
Okay.
Steve spent in the beginning 1/3 of his supply, his LP, which is located over here, to feed one army headquarters, which is up here. And that army headquarters fed 3 core headquarters. So that's one there, one here, and he fed another army down here and fed these cores headquarters. He actually spent 2/3 of the LP, which can feed 2 army headquarters. So there's one army headquarters there, and there's another one over here. And each one of these army headquarters can feed 4 core headquarters. So he's just getting ready for his attack. Hope you're enjoying this. Man, I didn't know you had that many units down in the south.
Oh, the foot troops in the southern border?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I have slim pickings down there.
So if I'm moving along these rail line spots right here, does that cancel the train if I follow it or no?
Say that again?
Like if I'm moving along like a rail here and
Okay.
move into like the woods, is that like a road then? So I just pay the 1?
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Correct. All the roads are where the rail lines are. They just didn't draw the roads in.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start moving some stuff here. One, two, three. It's gonna take me a while, but
That's
I'm
okay.
excited. I'm excited to do it. Five. Okay. So figure out. Okay, so I want to do that there. I'm just trying to figure out where my main attacks are going to be. Let's see. So I'll go one, two, one, two. Uh, two, three. Is there a cost to move into a zone of control in this game? I forget.
No, it's moving from a zone of control
Okay.
out. So if you want to move out of a zone of control, it costs you that. If you want to move from zone of control to zone of control, it also costs you to do so. But it doesn't cost you to move into one.
Okay. Just making, play all these games, and like I was watching all those videos on that World War One game you were playing last night, so that probably
I know.
probably messed me up for my thinking.
We have so many rules in our head. Yeah, so let me just take a look. I know I'm correct. However, let's just make sure. It is. Yeah, to leave an EZOC or EZOI, zone of influence, we'll call it. To leave it is 4 if it's a full zone of influence, and if it's reduced, it costs you 3 to leave it. Moving from zone of influence to zone of influence is 5 on a full and 3 on a reduce. And a reduce would be, okay, a full would be, if you have a division there, would be full.
Okay.
A brigade is full. A regiment is reduced, and a battalion is none. There is no zone of influence for a battalion. Oh, that's the mountains. I made a mistake. That's mountain terrain. In normal, regular terrain, a brigade is reduced, a regiment is none, and battalion is none.
And that's only cost to leave, you said? Sorry, I was looking at some moves.
So if you want to leave a zone of influence, it costs you 4 if it's a full zone of influence, and it costs you 3 movement points if it's a reduced zone of influence. So if I had a brigade sitting and you wanted to leave my zone of influence, it would cost you 3 to get out of there, plus the terrain that you're entering in
Okay.
on top of it. But when we get to that point, we'll go through that.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to bypass me right here, like if you wanted to go here to here,
Yeah.
I have 3 regiments. I have 2 regiments and I have 2 battalions. I believe I become a full. I need to check that. But it will cost you 5 plus the terrain. So this will cost you 6 altogether to go from here to here. 6 movement points.
Okay. Does friendly zone of influence cancel that or no?
Steve, I have to look. So it seems as though you see who has the strongest zone of influence in a hex. If it's equal zone of influence, then the unit that was in the hex first has the advantage. If it was like, say, a battalion and I have a division and you wanted to move into the hex with the battalion, the zone of influence is in my favor. You would have to pay to leave that hex.
Okay.
Okay? So if you had a battalion with you, you have to leave, you have to pay. Where are you right now?
I'm over just southeast of Berlin, moving up my. I go way south and do that first because that'll be a little easier to figure out. Okay.
has some SS, I see.
Yeah.
I know once you get used to the terrain charts, it goes pretty quick. Because we are in poor weather on that side. So a lot of your movement points are 2 costs. You know that, right?
Oh, even the clear stuff is?
Yes.
Let me go look at that.
So if you go to page 5 in the charts,
Oh, yeah. Yep. Looking at that now. Okay.
it's okay, we're learning.
Well, I think I'm good because most of my guys just moved up 1 hex to get, and my other like my HQs and stuff are all on roads. So
Because we're going to be dealing a lot with the clear. I know we have a lot of hills that we deal with. Definitely woods. And wooded hills we have. And wooded hills are expensive. They're 4. And then crossing hex sides are expensive too. If you have to cross a river, it costs you 3. Regular river. Besides
yeah.
the terrain. I love playing Blitzkrieg. Wait till we play the French part.
Do you remember what the stacking limit is?
It's 22, and how you break up to 22 is 4 divisions, because each division is worth 4 stacking points. So let's go to the chart instead of just guessing. It's in the very beginning, if I remember. Oh, here we go. Page 2 of the charts.
Okay.
So that tells you how much stacking points each thing. A corps is 4, division is 4, brigade is 2, regiment is 1, battalion is half. Now the stacking point chart is on page, here it is, page 8, bottom right corner. So if you're in regular terrain, it's 22 and 6 stacking points for artillery. So all other units are 22 stacking points, and then you have an additional 6 stacking points of artillery to be added to it. And I'm just going to confirm that in the rules while you're doing that. So they give an example for the stacking. So they said, you can do 4 divisions, and then you can have 6 stacking points of any non-divisional units, okay? And then you have 6 stacking points of artillery. So there you go. Steve, I'm just going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Well, I think I've done what I'm going to do. As far as just need to learn a little bit and see how it goes. So,
Okay, where do you want to start first?
oh, you got to declare all the attacks, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Because we're going to bring in air if we want to bring in air.
That's right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay.
Now you can interdict, by the way, my bombers if I'm going towards midway. I'm saying if I'm going towards to bomb something, to give CAS, I should say.
Well, I declare all my ground combats first, right?
Yes.
Before we okay. Well, we'll probably run out of time tonight. I'm still having a good time, so I do the basic ones first.
Yeah, let's get some combats in before. Yeah, we can start in the north. And just start there first before going to everything on the west.
Okay, so let me mark these up north here, and then we'll go from there.
Hmm.
These are pretty basic. I mean,
So I'm going to zoom in over there.
just so you know, by the way, you can change the color of those arrows if you want. So, because they're black, so I made them red.
Nice.
They stick out a little better. Okay, so let's assume, yeah, that would be all of my attacks that I would want to do up in Königsberg area.
Do you want to bring in? Do you want to bring in a cast coming in? Close combat air support, I should say.
Yeah. I only have one bomber up there that could reach. Let's see here.
I have no fighters to intercept it.
All right, let me take a look at. So this bomber here. Let me find a marker here because.
Now, so you know, for every 4 bombing factors, you get to add 1 attack strength to your combat.
Oh, so you have to have at least 4?
You have to have at least 4.
Okay. So then, oh, wait, I got these guys way up north too. Forgot about them. All right, so every 4, so it'd be 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. That'd give me 12. So if I flew all these guys from up here, so I can fly 6 out of there.
So if it gave you 12 bombing factors, that means you get to add 3 attack factors to your combat, which gets added later. It doesn't get the CEV value, by the way. It gets added after all the calculations are done. So it's like the last value that we add, so you know.
Oh, I know how to easily mark my air. Let me just put a name over them.
There you go.
Let's see. Gonna move your guy back. So
it's going there.
Okay, so let me mark. I gotta mark these guys. Königsberg. Oh, I gotta do it for each one. Let me copy that. Okay, so they go to Königsberg. He's from Lutzen. All right, so that gives me 12.
Hold on. My guys will fly.
So that's all my air that will be helping on those attacks because all the other air is over to the west. So we're going to save. And I got to mark guys that flew. So mark flown.
So you do that. I'm going to do this. So those guys, so this guy's going for that attack. This guy's going for those attack. And then I don't think I have anything. Nope. Okay, let's then start up here. Yes?
Let me just finish. I got one more guy to mark here. What?
Hold on, when you're doing that, I gotta get a piece of paper. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll just leave those. I don't know how they got marked twice, but they're fine. Doesn't matter as long as they're marked. Okay, so
Now,
that's all right.
now you got all your planes set in place. Let's see first, are all your units in offensive supply that are attacking right now?
We can double check them, but I did them while I was moving them. So here is my army. Oops.
Your army's tracing back to your ST? Is it within 6 MSR back to your ST?
I thought ST in your own nation was unlimited.
No.
That we just watched on that video.
ST to the national supply source, not ST to the army. The army, the ST has a 6 MSR to your army headquarters.
Can I move my ST then? I was thinking that was unlimited.
You can't move your ST. If you move your ST, then it cannot supply.
Okay.
Well, you can move it during the movement phase, but it wasn't able to supply. There's a penalty. Let's look at the rule book on moving your ST.
Okay.
Let's get this correct. Logistics, page 71. Okay, here we go. Supply terminal. I'm looking at 75. I haven't read it yet, but oh, so you can create a supply terminal, by the way, by spending 1 armor SRP and 1 LP at any city, and you can build one.
Okay. Okay, well, under D for moving when being moved by rail or by 2 quartermaster units, the total supply capacity for a supply terminal is reduced. It may supply 1 army HQ and 4 core HQs with offensive supply.
All right.
So it can still move.
So you can
actually, I did that with all of mine just by chance. I spent a third of a point just to do 1 army for each one. So that has to be basically he has to be in one of those that has like the 4, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he'll move to there, and then let me just do these other ones. I guess I didn't understand that part of this supply terminal one.
Yeah, so the ST tracing back to a national supply is unlimited on this high capacity rail line.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me just check the western part so we don't forget that when the time comes. So this one is going to be okay anyway, because it's only 4 away from him. And same with this one, it's 1, 2, it's 4 away from that one. This one I might have, it's only 1, 2, 3 away from that one. So and the only one that was a problem was up north, I guess. So okay, so that's resolved. And it's within the rule anyway, so we didn't lose anything. So, okay.
All right, so they're all good. They're all in offensive supply, so we're good there.
Yep. So here's him, and that goes to him. And then this one is 1 overland 2. This one is 1, and then that's a clear there. So 2. And then that's 1, 2, 3. And 4, 5, 6 to that guy.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are good. Us being in defense, do not have to spend supply points to defend ourselves.
Yep.
So we're good. So we're going to start with, we'll start with this attack. You know what? We'll start with this attack and work our way right to left. How's that?
Okay.
So,
All right. Let me go to the bathroom first.
sure. While you do
Okay, hold on.
that, I'll count my thing up.
Okay. I'll be right back.
So Poland's CEV, combat efficiency value, is a 1.1. So we have a strength of 3 times 1.1. So we're 3.3, and we always hold on to our fractions. Oh, I do have a bomber with me here, which I forgot. This bomber is going to give us 1 additional. So for every 4 bombing factors, we add 1 attack factor or defense factor. Unless he has AA capability to shoot my guy out of the sky, which we're going to find out. If not, we are at 4.4 defense.
Okay, I'm back.
So, do you have any AA capability? Because I forgot I have a bomber here that's coming in. See this bomber?
Yeah, the only way I'd have AA is if it's on the unit, right? Or I guess we got to look under the chart.
Well, your units, I can look at it right now. Nope.
Well, I'm wondering if the artillery has any AA capability.
I don't believe
We
it
know.
does. However, we can check it. So let's
Trying to find that. I don't remember where that is right away.
the chart
Oh,
I
there we
found
go.
it's on 13.
Okay, so let's see, artillery. I don't see it on that page. Artillery doesn't have any AA. And then it was, what did you say, on infantry? It was all infantry, basically?
Correct. All infantry, it's going to ask
Unit counter.
unit counter, and you don't have any.
Yep. Okay, so nope.
So I'm bringing in 4 factor bombing factor. So it's going to give me an attack, 1 attack strength added. I have 3 attack strengths with the units in that hex, plus 1 from the bomber. So I have 4.
Okay.
But my CEV is 1.1 for being Polish, 1939. So that goes
Okay.
to 4.4. So I'm a 4.4 defense right
Okay.
now. Now let's do yours. You have to separate them from armor or motorized and infantry, I should say.
Okay, artillery, that unless it has wheels, it's not motorized, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so all of mine are foot. I have 2 divisions of 12 and an artillery of 1.
So you have 24 and 1, 25. So you have 25.
Yep.
Your CEV for being German, I believe, is 1.5. And you can see that on page 9 on the charts.
Yeah, 1.5. So 25 times 1.5 is 37.5.
But before you would do that, you would check terrain first. We are in poor. We're in clear. So you times it times 1. So it still stays at 25.
Okay.
So now we did terrain. There's no terrain, hexide, or anything like that to give you any modifiers or against you. So you take now the 25 times the 1.5.
Yep, 37.5.
So we have 37.5. I just want to check something. There was something I needed to look at. All right, so it's 37.5 to my 4.4.
4. So divide 37.5 by 4.4.
That's correct.
That is 8.52.
8.52. So that's 52% chance to go to 9-1.
I rolled a 74, so 8-1.
So we're in an 8-1 column. Now let's look at our dice modifiers. A couple of things. You have no armor, so there's no armor that can help you there. Let's look at the terrain and poor. If you go to terrain chart again.
This is on page 5.
Page 5, yes. If you go all the way to weather, it says 0. So there's no modifier against you or for you.
I roll modifier, okay.
Correct, so there's still 0. Next thing is air. I believe you have air superiority from before. I think you have a +1 for that.
It's based on the front or something, right?
It's based on the front, yeah. So you get a +1 for air superiority.
This must all be on the Barbarossa thing because it's not on the Blitzkrieg charts.
Let's look at the Barbarossa charts really quick. Let's go to that one.
Okay.
It'll be under. Here we go. It's on page 3 on the Barbarossa. We're not so there's no tanks, so you don't get that. Air superiority, you got a +1. Terrain and weather, we checked.
Yep. Nothing. No
nothing.
freezing.
It's
No
not
concentric.
Concentric, nope.
No tactical surprise, or is there?
Nope.
What's that?
There's a tactical surprise thing you can roll. It can go against you. It's brutal if you don't roll it correctly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if maybe it was because Poland wasn't ready or whatever. I didn't know if it was a scenario thing.
There's nothing for hexide or fortification that I have.
Nope.
National, no, because you don't have 2 different ones. Engineers, you're not using engineers for going into a city or anything. Right? We're not in a city. Light mountain infantry.
Nope.
And unreliable. Unreliable, there's certain units that are unreliable that give you a negative. So all you're going to get is a +1. So we're on the 9-1, the 8-1 column.
Now there is the combat modifiers, but we don't have any of those. But it's like cavalry versus stacks with no division, or artillery.
Correct.
MGs and light AA, that kind of stuff. So that's interesting, but doesn't come into play much. But okay, so what did you say? It was an 8-1 with a +1?
Correct. So you're going to roll a 1d10 and add a +1 to it. What do you have?
I ended up with a 4 total.
That's a defender halved. So let's look at what a defender half means. DH.
So attack effect, no effect. Effect on defender halved. Defender retreats.
So what that means is defender is halved. So I take my stacking points. So
which is what, 1, 2, 3.
So regiments are 1 stacking point. So I got 1, 2, and a battalion's half. And another battalion there, so that's another half, so that's 3. So I'd have to lose 1.5.
Do you have to count the plane at all, or no?
Excuse me? No. I don't count the plane.
Okay.
So 1.5 has to be lost. So
you can lose a regiment and a battalion.
So I'm going to lose this here and a regiment and that there.
And remember to put those as eliminated. Don't delete them.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to retreat back. Retreat it back, and these guys will be eliminated. You said I can, how do I eliminate them? Supply, zone.
Right click, and then you go to basic, and
Oh,
then
there it is.
eliminated.
Basic. Okay, got it.
Basic is like the basic commands, like the old menu. These have a lot of menus on them, which if we knew how to use all of them, it's probably very helpful, but right now it's just more confusion. Now,
All right.
I can advance with some, none, or all, or what?
Correct.
All right, I'll advance that, I guess.
Okay, so that
All right.
was the
So
first
now-
combat. We can go.
Now we'll go to that one next.
Yes. They're all bombers for you, and mine are going in as bombers as well. And let's see what's the terrain. So you're crossing, by the way, a fortified hex side, so you know.
Yep, and it's clear terrain.
So let's look at something. I made a mistake, by the way. It was good weather where you are, right? No, it's poor. It's poor.
It was there. Right now we're on the line. What do you do if you're on the line?
We can roll the dice. 1 to 5 is
50-50?
Yes, 1 to 5 is GP.
I'll just roll a percentage dice. 50% or less, it's GP. GP.
You're good. So it's good weather.
Okay. But we still got the fortification. Okay, so let's go using the Barbarossa charts because they're better at the modifiers.
So find out how many planes. All your planes go through, all my planes go through. I am going to give 1 attack strength or 1 defense strength to my guys. Count up your guys.
Mine was 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I get a +3 strength. Is that what it is? 3
Correct.
strength?
And put them to the side because I can't see my unit. For some reason, you block.
Oop, hold on. I'll grab them here.
Okay, so I'm a 7 plus 1. I'm an 8 times my CEV was 1.1, which makes me an 8.8 as defense strength.
Okay.
You're gonna be. Let's look at the terrain because I know the fortification reduces you down. We're in clear terrain, which is in good. Your armor, not your armor. Your motorized is times 1.25. Your leg is times 1. Okay, so separate the two.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get a notepad now.
This wall is a fortification, and so fortification is your after you times it times 1.25, you're going to times it times 50% for your motorized. Your leg will be times 75%.
Okay, where's that? I believe you. I just want to know where it's at, so I don't want to find it.
In
What page? What page on in the chart?
In the chart page. If I use a Blitzkrieg, let's use a Blitzkrieg one. So we're both on the same page. I should do that instead. Page 7.
Oh, there it is. Fortification types, right?
Yeah, fortification hex side.
Okay, so I need to add up my motorized and then my regular first, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's 12 and 9, so it's 21 foot. And then motorized is 3, 4, 5, 5 motorized. Okay, now what do I take them the foot times what?
Okay, so you have 5 for motorized, and how much for leg, for foot?
21.
21. Okay, let's start with motorized. You're attacking in clear terrain, so that's times 1.25 for motorized.
So 5 times 1.25.
And then you're crossing over for fortification. That's times 50% now.
Okay, so 6.25 times 0.5 is 3.125.
Okay, now your leg is times 1 in clear terrain,
Okay,
and
so
then
21.
it's times 0.75%.
So 15.75.
Now,
And then I get
now,
three for the air. That doesn't
no,
get adjusted.
that gets at the end.
Oh,
I made a mistake on my part too. I'm supposed to do it at the end as well. We're not supposed to put it now. So mine should be actually 7.1. 7.7. Mine should be 8.7. In the rules, it states that you give it at the end. You don't give the CEV value to it.
great, but I'm going to add 3 strength points, right?
Yes, but at the end,
At the very end. Yeah. Okay. I'm just putting down 3 air so I don't forget them.
yes.
I didn't modify them by any.
So you had 15.75. You times
Yep.
that times 1.5
That's for the seat. That's for my
leg.
skill level or whatever.
Yes, that's for your combat efficiency
Okay.
value.
So that's now 23.625. Okay.
And then you take your 3.125 times 1.5.
Okay. 3.125 times 1.5. Good luck math hammer in this game, huh? 4.6875.
And then add them together, and that's your total strength value. Now you add your 3 to that after you add them together.
Okay, so add the 23.62. And then, okay, so it's 31.3125, so 31.31, right?
31.31. So you're 31.31. I was
Divided.
I was a 7 times 1.1 equals 7.7, and then I have to add my 1 for my bomber, which makes me 8.7.
So divide that by 8.7, right?
Correct.
So that's only a 3.598. So 3.59.
Roll the dice, see if you go up to 4-1.
Oh, 3-1.
So we're in a 3-1.
Okay, so air CEV. Oh no, that's air combat. Hold on, let me go find the combat.
So we go to combat charts. So we're going to look now.
Okay, so we don't have. There's no armor on this one. This is all infantry and anti-aircraft and
Correct. So you have no
artillery.
So you have no armor. Oh, you have artillery.
Yeah, did I do that wrong?
Your artillery against fortified, it's times, I think, 4. Ooh, that is on the combat. Hold on. Shit. It's my error there.
So I should have pulled the artillery out of it, not done them with the foot.
Yeah.
Or motorized.
That was
I guess it was in with the motorized. So.
Yeah, that was my error. 46. Artillery.
So I would add 2 motorized.
Okay, here we go. Heavy artillery, general guns, howitzer, 6.9 common use. Okay.
It's heavy artillery.
Siege or heavy artillery? You have heavy artillery, correct?
Yep, it's got the black bar on the front of it.
Okay. Major fortifications, which this is not. Major fortifications are level 3 and 4. Field fortification, major pre-war, regional line. Fortify hex sides, etc. Factor with 3. All the factors are printed.
Yeah, yours are just fortifications. They're not major.
They're not major because it would have been times 4.
So is it fine then? Is it just use the regular 3 and then?
You just what you have, yes.
Okay, so all right, so we did. So that's fine. So it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 to 1. Okay, and then we can go back to the modifiers.
Oh, let's go back to the regular yeah, let's look at the modifiers now. Let me get back to that chart. So I'm going to Blitzkrieg. So there's no armor. Air superiority, you get a +1.
Yep. Terrain weather, we rolled, it was clear.
Oh, you're going to get on the terrain, you will get something against you because you're going over to fortification. So fortification is a -1. It's a -1. So the -1 is going to take away your +1. So there is so far no DRMs.
Where's that at again? All I see is the terrain effect.
Go to, on the Blitzkrieg terrain chart, page 7. Go to Fortify hex side.
Yeah.
The first number, it's -1.
Oh, the DRM. Okay, yep. All right. Okay.
So
all right, so that's going to neutralize the air superiority.
Correct. So terrain.
There's no tactical, no concentric, no freezing. The hex side fortifications, what we just did.
Mm-hmm.
There's no national contingents. I don't think I had any engineers. I do have an engineer.
You do have an engineer.
He's a 0.6. I didn't count him for anything because he's a 0.
We count the stacking. It's a 1 stacking. So the 1 stacking is not going to give you anything. You should have, when using engineers, you want a lot more, and they will be under. Here it is.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Page 50. Engineer effects.
Yeah, it's on page 10 of the charts too, it says.
Okay, so it says here, okay, you do get a benefit. Combat engineers and attacking against a city or fortification, you are attacking a fortification, you're going to get a +1. So you do.
Okay, so 1 to 3 is the same. You need 4 to get a +2.
There you go. So you're going to get a +1 back.
Okay. We'll take it.
What else is there? Is there anything else?
Let me go look. So
nope.
Hold on.
Engineers, cities, light mountain infantry, you don't have. Unreliable. Nope.
Nope. So it's a +1 on the 3 to 1 column, right?
It's a +1 on the 3 to 1 column, yes.
Oh, rolled a 2.
A 2.
That's a 3. So that's an HQ.
HQ, half
which
quarter.
Is.
You are halved. And
attackers halved, defenders quartered.
And defenders
choice. And then you choose if you want to retreat.
Okay, so the way this works, you always have to work off the defender. Whatever my stacking points are, that is what you do. So I'm stacking point of 4, right? Because I'm a division. You have to lose 2 stacking points.
Oh, it's not half of my force. Okay.
No. You just lose half of what I am. And if you can't make change, you can flip a division over and that can be 2, or you can take whatever you want. I have to lose a quarter of my own, and that means I have to flip mine over by and make it half. That sucks. And so we will stay. And I'll bring my planes back. So we lost half of a division. And we lost 2 regiments before and 1 battalion. The reason why I'm marking that because I get replacement points.
Oh yeah, sure.
Or stacking replacement points. So we can go up here.
Let's see. Let me go mark that too for.
So you're going in clear terrain. There's no hex side that favors me. We're in good weather. So all your motorized is times 1.25. All your foot is times 1.
Oh, sorry, I was reading something there. Hold on. So foot is what? Times 1?
Times 1, and your motorized is times 1.25. After you get that number, add them together. Once you get a total number, add times that number times 1.5. And that will give you your entire attack strength.
And that's because there's no terrain or
Correct.
anything. Okay.
Well, I'm giving you a terrain right now. You're going into clear, so all motorized and clear is times 1.25.
Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's artillery now because there's no fortification. So I just count that as motorized or foot.
Yeah, so all your artillery and your thing is
all of mine looks
motorized.
Like motorized.
Correct.
I'm going to have some armor now.
Which is going to be interesting, this one. We are 7 times 1.1 is 7.7. We're 7.7.
So I don't count the armor separate, though, you said? That goes under motorized?
They're all motorized. Anything with wheels, armor, and trucks are motorized.
Okay, so that's 21 foot. And then the motorized is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18 motorized. So take that times 1.25. It's 22.5. And then I add those two up and take it times 1.5?
Correct. And that 1.5 is your CEV, your combat efficiency value.
Yeah. Plus 21 times 1.5 is 65.25.
So you're 65.25 divided by 7.7. What does that give you?
That is 8.47.
Roll the dice to see if you go to 9 to 1. So 47% or lower, you are. So you're 9 to 1. You're at the maximum. So we're at 9 to 1 column.
Okay.
So here's how we do this. You have armor.
Yep, so that's on page 12.
So this
armor points.
So this armor here gives you 4 stacking points of armor.
Oh, it's stacking points? It's not strength points.
No, it's stacking points.
Dang.
You have no armor here. You do have armor here, but it's a battalion, so it's only going to be to 4. So if you look at the chart, let's go to the chart.
Yeah, it's a +1. 1 to 5 is +1.
What?
On page 12, 1 to 5 armor points +1.
Page 12?
Yeah, and the... Oh, wait a minute. I'm probably on the wrong ones.
No, because
I was on the Barbarossa one. I was on the Barbarossa one, I think. Yeah. I was on the Barbarossa chart looking at it, but it still should be the same, right?
Let's see. Let's just make sure. Where is it?
1 to 6 is +1 in Blitzkrieg, so it's still +1. 1 to 6.
What
It's
page?
on page 24.
Okay, so it's a +1. And I don't have any anti-tanks against you, so you're going to get a +1 for that. All right, so let's go back to our modifications. So your,
Your superiority gives me a +1.
yep, so you have +2.
There was no terrain or weather, right?
Correct, there is none.
It's not freezing, not concentric, no tactical surprise. There's no hex site or fortification. No national contingents. Engineers wouldn't matter because there's no fortifications, right?
Correct.
There's no cities, light, mountain, or else. So it's going to be a +2 on the 9 to 1 column.
Correct. And you had no machine guns against.
I don't think I have any. Let's see. What are the? I got AA and
You don't
artillery.
have. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no machine guns.
So you have a +2 on a 9 to 1. Let me get to. Okay, so 9 to 1. Roll the dice and tell me what you got. It's going to be.
Oh, I got a 10, so that's going to be a 12.
So we are defender eliminated.
EE.
So what this means, so you understand, there's DE and DA. Defender eliminated and defender annihilated. When a defender is eliminated and it's a division, you get to flip it to its
You get to
reduced
flip.
side. If it's a DA, you completely take it off, even though you're a full division.
Oh, I needed one more. Well, I couldn't have got any better than that.
Correct. So I'm already
10.
reduced, I believe. No, I'm not. I'm going to flip it now. And I have to retreat back. And we'll go into the woods. If you got a DA, I would have completely eliminated that unit off the board.
Okay, and now I can advance into that one, huh?
Yes, you can.
Okay, well, I'll advance the armor. I'll advance these guys. That's fine. I'm just about done. Okay. No, we got one more combat to do and we're done. Okay, so let me look at the stacking. Well, I don't want to bring everybody in, so that would be bad.
So you're crossing a river. And you're going into a large town.
Hold on, I'm still advancing.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out my stacking points.
Oh, I got you.
I'm going to actually leave this guy behind and bring in. Huh. Well, maybe not.
So for every unit that you advance, 1 LP is eliminated.
What?
For every unit you advance, 1 LP gets eliminated from your...
No.
I'm joking.
All right, let's go up there and look at that one. So
this is a good one up here. So you have units crossing a river, and again, each type of unit has a different effect from the terrain. So let's go over this. Am I in clear terrain after the river? Let's see. Yes.
Yep.
And I'm sitting in a large town. So let's go to the terrain charts.
I got infantry, cavalry, armor, and... No.
We're in good weather. So anything that is motorized gives you 1.25 times your attack strength. Your leg is ×1. But a river, hex side, well, large town, there's nothing for you or against you. So, but a river, oh, you're good. It's just ×1, so you're okay.
What is cavalry counted as? Motorized or foot?
No, cavalry has its own. Cavalry in clear terrain is ×75. Their strength.
0.75?
0.75.
Jeez. Cavalry ain't so good.
No, it's not. So
Okay.
motorized is 0.125, cavalry is times 0.75, and leg is times 1.
Okay. So for leg, I got 9, so that gives me 9. Motorized, I have 1, so that's going to give me 1.25.
Mm-hmm.
And the cavalry is 3. So, oops, 2.25. Then add all those up and take it times 1.5.
Correct, because they're in offensive supply.
Okay, so 9 plus 1.25 plus 2.25 times 1.5 is 18.75.
And I am 9. I'm sorry, not 9. Yes, I'm 9 times 1.1 is 9.9. So take your 18.75, I think you said, times 1, divided by 9.9.
1.89.
Okay, you have 18% chance to go up. Nope.
No,
So,
it's 1.89. I have 89% chance.
89% chance. And you made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So 2 to 1.
So 2 to 1. You get a -1 for crossing a river on your dice modifier. But let's do it in order so we don't go out of order.
Okay.
Let me get back to the Barbarossa charts.
Well, my armor is only uh the armor is only a division, I
So,
think. No,
so
not a division, a
you're a battalion, so it's not going
battalion.
to, and it wouldn't matter because it's going to get reduced by 1, the river, and another time it gets reduced by the large town. And how you see this, so you know what to look next time, go to the terrain chart in Blitzkrieg.
Mhm.
Wait. So if you go to
Page
page
5.
6, start on page 6,
Okay.
large town, you see that? City types?
Yeah.
Go all the way to the right, ASE,
Oh,
0.75. So you take your
okay.
stacking points times 0.75. But then go to page 7 and look at river, canal. Go all the way to the right, it's halved. So after you do 0.75, you have it on top of that next.
And you have to have at least 1 point to matter.
Yes.
Okay.
So nothing's going to happen there. So let's go back. So you have no ASE coming in. You do have a +1 for air superiority. Terrain
Yep.
and weather. There's nothing against terrain and weather. Freezing, nothing. Concentric attacks, no. Tactical surprise, no. Hexside and fortificate, yes. You're crossing a river for Hexside, so that's a -1. So there's no DRM so far. National, engineer, city, light, unreliable, no others. Now, combat mods. See that one to the right?
Yeah.
You said you have Cav.
Yeah.
Cav attacks at strength of 1.5.
Yeah, but you have a division.
Cav versus stacks with no division artillery. Oh, okay, I see. Good catch. All right, so it's 2 to 1,
2 to 1 straight up.
straight up.
6. It's respectable.
QH. That's quarter half. So that is you're quartered, I'm halved, and I have to retreat. So we look at my stacking points. My stacking points are 4 for my division and 2 for my brigade, so I have 6. So you got to take 25% of 6. That's
So
how
one,
many.
I lose 1.5. and you lose 3.
And if you can't make change, if you can't do the 0.5s, you gotta flip a division, whatever it is. So see how, or lose 1.
Okay, let me go look at my stacking point thing.
And I have to lose
Regiments.
half. I have to lose 3. So we're gonna lose this guy here, and I'm gonna flip this guy, and we will back up like so. So this guy goes eliminated.
I have to reduce my division, otherwise I'll end up losing too much. But we'll take it just to get across the old river there. You want to make a note that we got to do the western side still?
I'll do it right now.
Because then next time we get together, we can do the western half of Poland, and then that'll be the first turn. Although we'll still have motorized movement stuff.
Perfect. I'm going to also end the recording here.